Hello. So for problem number 10, when you want to find the middle 60% of the laps, the middle 60 would be in here. And so we want to find a lower number and a higher number. When you're finding it using the inverse norm, you need to have the percent as a decimal, and it needs to be the amount below the number. So the first thing we need to do is find out how much is below here. We know because it's normally distributed that these two amounts are the same. So if there's 60 inside, there's 40 outside. So these two need to add up to 40%. And because it's uniform, they will be equal. So you can take the 40 and divide by 2. So there's 20% here and 20% here. So then to find x, it has 20% of the data below it. So it would use the inverse norm. And then the amount below it would be 0.20. And then your mean. And then your standard deviation. So you put the mean and the standard deviation. And the standard deviation for this one was 2.27. Now, depending on what calculator you have, the TI-84 is nice because when you go into the distribution, second distribution, it's the third one, so you can go down to 3 or hit the number 3. But it actually just puts the values in for you, and we would use 0.6. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong one. Inverse, it's 0.2. The mean, 129.65. And 2.27 for the standard deviation. Hit enter and it puts it into the equation. Hit enter one more time and it solves it. And that's this one here, 127.7395. So that would be our lower value. To find the higher value, we want the data below y, or the percent. So it would be 60 and 20 or 80. So then when you go back into your distribution, instead of the 20, 60 and 20, you want 0.80. Go all the way down and hit enter. And there's your answer. 131.5605. When you're doing it in the other calculator, it's similar. It just gives you, it doesn't tell you what you need. So when you go in, you have to type it all. If you want the lower one, 0.2, comma, 129.65, and 2.27. Then you can hit second and enter. Go back up and make your 2 and 8 and get your other number. So whenever you're looking for the number instead of the percent, you use inverse norm, and this is the amount below it. So if it asks for the 25th percentile, then you'd put 0.25 because 25% is below it. If it asks for the median, 50% of the data is below it, so you'd put 0.5. So this is the percent below. And that's why for the second one we used 60 plus 20 or 80%.